Now, I wouldn't consider myself a Michael Bay fan by any means, but I do appreciate the fact that he has respect for American ideals. You know, things like freedom of speech, you know, the Second Amendment, some of those types of things are things that Michael Bay has respect for, and I appreciate that because most people in Hollywood absolutely despise the American way, American dream, all of that type of stuff. So, which is hilarious because they totally benefit from the American dream on every level. But anyway, so I appreciate what Michael Bay has to say here. He has some very interesting things to say in this interview that we're going to be taking a look at, and he also gives some pretty dire warnings about Hollywood, about the state of that place, and some of the agendas of what they want to accomplish here in America as far as completely destroying what we love so dearly about our country. So let's go ahead and jump into this and see what he has to say here. Ambulance director Michael Bay claims the American dream has been twisted and disappearing. So he was talking about, this is an interview that he did recently for his new movie Ambulance, which, you know, I haven't seen the movie yet. Like I said, I'm not really a big Michael Bay fan, but we're gonna just be focusing on his comments today in regards to a lot of this other stuff, some of the warnings that he gives about Hollywood, for America and everything else. So Michael Bay spoke to Entertainment Weekly and briefly discussed the American dream when he was asked whether or not he continues himself or I think it's supposed to say considers himself a patriotic person. The director answered, "It's interesting because a lot of European press have started to look at my movies and they say, you're a very patriotic director. And do you feel that the American dream is disappearing?" And I'm like, that's a very astute observation, and yes, I do. So Michael Bay absolutely believes that there is a sickness in our country. There is something that is happening in our country, which, in my opinion, is coming from a neo-Marxist worldview that is being absolutely pushed on pretty much every level in all of our establishments and everything else. That is absolutely affecting the American dream. Michael Bay elaborated, "I feel the American dream has been twisted and is disappearing, and that's how I feel." Unfortunately, Entertainment Weekly's Joshua Rothkopf didn't ask a follow-up question on why Bay feels that way or asked him to elaborate on what he means when he claims it's been twisted, but that is absolutely the truth. And what Michael Bay says here, this warning that he gives to people to, you know, start to wake up a little bit about what's going on. This is coming from a guy who's absolutely in the throes of Hollywood. He is someone who is deep in that culture. He sees what's going on. He absolutely does. If you are a pro-American person working in Hollywood, you can absolutely see on every level the hatred that people in Hollywood have for the American dream, for liberty, for freedom. You see that at every level. We continue to see, especially these people that have, you know, worked at places like Disney, stepping forward to talk about this as well. So it is a problem that is being addressed by different people in Hollywood. They continue to give us warnings about this, and it is affecting us on every level, from our education system, from our entertainment, from the mainstream media, from big tech. It's happening everywhere. They are continuing to mold and shape the narrative to fit the agenda that they want it to fit. This is a major problem. However, Bay would also claim that he believes American society has lost the American can-do spirit. And it's true. He said, when you start working around people at the Pentagon, people that go into hostile territories and rescue Americans, or when you go to NASA, you are awestruck. There's nothing like it in the world. It's the land of the big toys. I think we were all crying on Armageddon when they literally shut down prepping the shuttle for 1 hour so we could go on the gantry, a loaded shuttle right there, Bay recalled. And it's like, this is just awesome that we could do this. That is so awesome. It's so cool. That is America right there. He elaborated, because it's just the brain power and the total American can-do spirit, and I think we've lost that can-do spirit, which is absolutely true. And of course, Rothkopf did not ask a follow-up question for Bay to explain his opinion. Of course he didn't. He probably was just like, I don't really like to talk about this. Let's keep going, keep talking. Move on to other subjects, quick. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about what Michael Bay has to say here? I think he has a lot of really good stuff to say. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.